I know how you feel, brother. Insecure, lost. I mean, I felt the same way too. My mind was all over the place, and maybe you're embarrassed. Maybe you're frustrated. You avoid certain shirts, and you make sure to wear a t-shirt around the pool or the beach. Maybe you even get bullied in the school locker rooms like I did. I know, bro. I know. But let me just say, it's not over. There is some good news, and that is that you can get over it. So, there are a few things that I need you to implement if you actually want to build and have that aesthetic chest, and of course lose, but you have to promise me one thing: to just follow this video closely and listen to absolutely everything I'm about to teach you. Because one thing is certain, I can promise you that this video will honestly change your life. But before we get into the training and the diet and the things you probably came to this video for, just hear me out a second. If there's one thing that you really need to control and there's one thing that you really need to fix, okay, brother, that's your mindset. I can teach you the best exercises to do, the diet to follow, but deep down, the thing that really matters is this. Okay, you need to fix your mindset. You wake up, you look at yourself in the mirror, and you just talk bad about yourself. And let me just tell you something: you can't fix what you hate. Okay, you need to accept where you currently are right now and actually take action on the things you can control. You make the situation worse, and it spirals you down a deep, dark, horrible path, bro. I get you, I was there. But instead, you can use it as motivation. Use it to your advantage. Think your next chest session that you're gonna push so hard, yeah? You're gonna lock in with your diet, you're gonna lock in with your recovery, you're gonna optimize everything to just try and help this condition. Use it to your advantage, okay? You've been blessed to have this body, yeah? I'm gonna study Tom's videos. I'm gonna follow the diet he taught me. I'm gonna follow the training he taught me, because I just can't stand having this anymore. A healthy mind comes a healthy body. So, how can you actually solve this problem? The two causes of this is either a high body fat or a hormonal imbalance causing, gynecomastia. Let me just make it clear. Both can be improved through lifestyle and what you call a body recomposition. So there's the problem. That's what you have right now, okay? Whether you like it or not, you need to take action on it. So now you fixed your mindset, right? Now it's the physical fix, like the things you can physically do. And that is getting to a low body fat percentage. Control your calories, track your calories, the high protein. You've heard it all before. You know what to do. But if there's one thing that I really want you to stick to that will completely change your whole entire life, it will improve your hormones, improve your health, sort out your mind, sort out your sleep, your recovery, make you more energized throughout the day. That is sticking to a 100% whole food diet. I think I've said this in all my videos. No processed foods whatsoever. One ingredient foods. Honestly changed my life. Changed my life, man. It changed the way I look, changed the way I live, changed everything. So there's your plan. Get lean if you're not already, okay? The fatter you are, the worse it will look. So obviously eat in a calorie deficit and do the things I'm about to teach you now. And of course, your chest training. You need to focus on incline. Yes, the lower pec is important. It is very important. However, you do need to focus more on the upper pec, right? If it's a weak point like it was for mine, do a few more sets, okay? Make sure you can recover from it though, okay? And just push hard, As I said before, use it as motivation, okay? You're gonna push so hard. You're really gonna squeeze that upper pec. You're really gonna feel it. You're gonna perfect the form. You're gonna progressively overload every single week, right? So yeah, emphasize the upper pec. I know you've probably heard that. Go hard at it, okay? Do 8 to 16 sets of chest a week. Split it into 2 sessions. Train heavy and train hard, okay? You need to train hard and you need to be consistent. This is one thing many people overlook. You just need to enjoy the process, okay? Because in the long run, if you enjoy your training, if you enjoy the diet you follow, in the long run, you will make more progress. Stop switching your routine all the time. Just stick to a program for 3 to 4 months, okay? Just progress on that incline bench. And if you do want to see faster progress in this, I'm currently launching my school community. It will be 50% off pre-launch. I'll go fully in depth with all workout routines, with diet, nutrition, recovery, everything. So get in while you have the chance. You need to fix your hormones, okay? Especially during puberty, right? If you're, 15 to 18, you need to sort out your hormones, okay? You need to get outside more. You need to move more, okay? Because sitting at a desk all day in school, first of all, lowering your testosterone, making it worse, right? It's making you unhealthier. It's making you into some sort of recluse, if you know what I mean. You're in your room, you're at the office working, you're sat still all day, and then you come home, have some dinner, watch some TV. You're sat all day. You need to get outside more. Increase the overall activity you are doing, and obviously without killing yourself. I'm not saying you need to go on runs every single day. All you need to do is literally get outside and go for a walk. Enjoy nature, embrace the sunlight. And honestly, when I started doing this, I just became a more mindful, better human being. It's sort of like meditation, to be honest, if you do it without listening to anything. And of course, as I mentioned before, the one thing that will help your hormones the most is just eating a whole food diet. Okay, when I started doing this, it literally like tightened. It made it look so much better. Okay, bro, I'm gonna be honest, I've been thinking of getting surgery. I've been that close. I've been on consultant calls, I've nearly done it, right? But I'm still going to use it as motivation and use it to my advantage, okay? Most guys think they need it, when all they need is really just a bit of discipline. And if you implement the 5 things I've just taught you, your confidence will honestly skyrocket. You'll look healthier, you'll look better, and you'll start seeing real progress to combat this, okay? You'll start getting motivated because you're seeing real progress, so you'll just want to carry on. I stopped hating myself and I just embraced it. I used it as motivation. You'll notice your energy, your posture, the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, your confidence. It's just not about losing the fat. Yes, it will help, but it's about, becoming that person along the way. Better, deep down, more open-minded, more mindful, and just a calmer, nicer version of yourself. It's 100 times more valuable than the end result, okay? It is a challenge, but you can overcome it, okay? You just got to be strong, focus on your goals, and actually take action. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and stay unhidden.